Welcome back! Yet again, we're stuck indoors because it is raining. It's chucking it down, it's like stair rods coming down outside. So I thought I'd show you this little bit of a gadget we bought the other day. Now I bought this because we've got a lot of machinery that all relies on a battery to start it. Now you've seen the flower mower, did a video on that, warning, do not buy this machine. That's electric start. But it came with a lithium battery, which was such bad quality, it wouldn't hold a charge. It held a charge for up until winter, and then we sort of left it and it's not charging now. The battery's rubbish. It's got a pull start because it is a Honda copy of a GX390, so there is a pull start. The trouble was, I could do it. She was suffering with a bad shoulder. So I thought I would get one of these. What is this, you may ask? This is a power pack. I can't believe how small it is, to be honest. This is by TrekPow. This is a 1500 amp. They do different versions. I'll put a link in the description below. Now I bought this and it must have been on special offer because I got this for £52. They've now gone up to about £69. So it comes in a nice case. You get a let me show you the unit first. This is the unit. That is it. That is enough to start cars. It says petrol cars up to 6.5 litres, diesel cars up to 5 litre, and anything in between basically. I've charged this up once when we got it, and it's still got 4 lights on it. And we must have started the flower mower 10 times or more. Obviously if we was to start a car with it, it might have gone down a bit more. So that button on the front tells you what your battery status is at. If you hold if you hold this button down, there's a torch on the end of it, which, you know, it's quite handy. Switch it off. So we've got in the end of here output 1 and output 2. Now, in the instructions, wherever they are, they've been mislaid. I think there's different charging rates, what milliamps and stuff are. You do also get a power socket, a cigarette lighter socket, if you will, that you normally get in a car. That just plugs in the side here. You can then plug in accessories, and that works fine. We'll be trying that in another video. It charges up with this USB cable. That plugs into this socket here. It just took, I can't remember how. I suppose from when we got it, it took about an hour and a half to charge up. That was plugging it in the mains in like a iPad charger. You know, you can take the USB out of it, plug that in. So that's the charging lead, and these are the jump leads. You don't get a great deal of cable on them, and then you get this unit here. So basically you plug that onto your battery, you open up this little flap there, and this plugs into it. And it'll only go in one way because these ends on here are actually shaped. So it will only go in one way. Now, because I didn't read the instructions, like I never do, who reads instructions, right? We plugged this onto the flower mower. Now you can't get to the battery on the flower mower because it's all covered up. So what I normally do is put the positive on the starter motor and put the negative to ground on one of the engine mounting bolts. What was happening was, in the end here, there's a little LED and it flashes. If you put it on a battery, correctly wired round, it will go solid green. If there's any problem, like you've put the positive on the wrong way around onto the negative, it'll flash a warning, so you need to see what you've done wrong. If the battery is completely dead, it'll flash a sequence of colours. If it thinks you're not connected properly, it will just be red, which it was doing, and I was like, oh my god, it's a pile of junk, it doesn't work. So I came indoors, read the instructions. When it flashes red, there's a couple of different things. It probably says on the back here, but the writing's so small, and I didn't have my glasses with me. Oh, warning label. It's just telling you warnings. So because it was flashing red, because it says that it's not connected properly, if you look at your connections and it is connected properly, now this was flashing red because that was on the starter motor and that was to ground, which is how I would do it if I was jump starting it off of one of the cars. All I had to do was, there's a red button on the side here, press and hold that down, and then it goes solid green, so you override the warning. Once we did that, turn the key on the flower mower, away it goes. Absolutely brilliant. I just can't believe the size of it and the weight. I mean, it's 1500 amp jump starter. Now, if you remember back a few years ago, the jump starters you used to get was in a big box with clamps either side and a handle on the top, and they were heavy. This thing, absolutely brilliant. It's got a little torch in here. Not that we're ever going to use the torch, but it's got 2 USB outlets. It's got the thing for your cigarette lighter, well, you know, your power outlet. And it is brilliant. It's that good. I recommended my brother got one because really he should buy a new battery for his motorbike, but what he was doing was in his top box carrying a set of jump leads and a spare battery, because his battery has been known to give up on him every now and again. Doesn't do it all the time. I said, oh, you want to get one of these? So I sent him the link and he bought one, and they've been charging their iPhones up with it and all sorts ever since. So it is absolutely brilliant. I've not actually tried to start the car with it yet, but the flower mower, we've started that more than 10 times and the battery's still fully charged. Absolutely fantastic, you know. So that was my review on the TrekPow jump starter. You can get them in different amperages, you know, the lower the amps, starting amps, the cheaper they are. But yeah, this one's absolutely brilliant. I'll put a link in the description below, an Amazon link if you want to go and have a look at one. We get a few little pennies if you do actually use the link, or any of our Amazon links. Doesn't cost you any extra, it's just that Amazon give us a little bit for sending you their way. So that all helps, very nice. And yeah, that's it basically. No more flat batteries. So if you like this video, please click thumbs up. That will help the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. And from me and Tina, outside somewhere, walking the dogs. Oh, I think she's the other side of that door actually. I can see shadows. It's bye for now.